Hello all. So like we know, with great power comes great responsibilities. So here the power is replication, and with it comes the problem of stale read, and it's our responsibility to not have stale reads, I guess. Okay. So what is stale read? So let's try to understand like what is stale read by example. Okay. So let's say at time t1, okay, 123 equals to Pornhub, Pornhub.com. Okay, Pornhub.com. Okay. Then a big businessman came and he wrote something in 123. Okay, so he changed the Pornhub.com to, let's say it the big businessman was Adani, so he changed it to Adani.com. Okay, Adani project.com. Okay. Okay, so he changed it at time t1. Okay, so he changed it at time t1. Okay, and then he went to his client and showed that, see, this is going to be our next big project. Okay, but when he sends 123 to this to his client sadly reads it from the replication. Okay, his client reads it from the replication, but 123 equals to pornhub.com still exists in the secondary replica. It has not yet updated 123 equals to adaniproject.com. Okay, so what happens that when he opens 123.com, he finds out that it's a pornhub link. Then he will be angry, right? He will be angry. Hey Adani, what is this? Like, why are you sharing me porn videos? Okay, so this is basically what we say state rate. Like, we are trying to manage eventual consistency. Okay, so it shouldn't happen that if I made some update in database one, okay, and it took some time to replicate, and in between that time if someone else come to the replication and he finds out some older data, okay, so we will try, so it is impossible to achieve like 100% consistency. Okay, 100% consistency can only be achieved if it is a synchronous replication, but in 90% of the cases synchronous replication doesn't actually happens because it's extremely slow and, like, yeah, it's a pain in us. Okay, so we will try to have eventual consistency. Okay. So in this video, we will try to see what are all the problems or what are all the kind of stale reads which can happen in upcoming videos, and we can also like discuss like little bit what to do. Okay, but in upcoming videos, we will understand like how to fix them. Okay, cool. So one of the easiest way to fix this is like this was the problem, right? That he wrote something in primary DB. Okay. But due to some problem, okay, this replication took time. And when another person tried to read that information, he found out a stale data. How can we solve this? So this is like very layman way. So he wrote something in the primary database. Okay. Then this guy he went to read from the secondary database. He asked that, do you have the recent data? Like, do you have, let's say he wrote that at time t1. So he will ask, do you have the data which was written in time t1? He says that, no, I don't have the updated data. I don't have the data which is written in time t1. So what he does, he goes to the primary and then gets the updated data. Problems with this. First, timestamp is not very reliable. Why? Because this can be in US, this can be in India. Okay. Uh, as we know, like there is like 11 hours difference between US and India. So which timestamp should we use? Okay, first problem. Second, how will this guy know that there was a update in primary at time t1? So he cannot say that, do you have an update which was made in time t1, right? So that was the problem. Okay, now we will jump to the next problem. Second is monotonic write problem. Okay, so what happens over here? So this mostly happens when you are using a service, for example, text messages. So let's say this is guy one who posted in a group that, hey, I am proposing her today. Okay. This guy says all the best. And this guy says after that, take flowers for her. Okay. Now, when a fourth person who is in the group, reads the message, he doesn't know which message was done when. Okay, so like this was done at time t1, this was done at time t2, this was done at time t3. So what he does, he reads from this replica first. Okay, then he reads from this replica, and then he reads from this replica. So what answer does he get? He gets, take a flower for her. He thinks, what are they speaking about? Then he receives the second message like, all the best. Like, again he is confused, and then he receives like, I'm proposing her. So like this is screwed up, right? So what can we do? We can say that like, if messages are sent, like if they are in one group, okay, if all the people are in one group, they should read from one database only, or write in one database only. So this guy also writes in this database, this guy also writes in this database, this guy also writes in this database. Okay, so when he reads from this database, he gets the data as per his requirement. Like he will get, I'm proposing her, all the best, take the flowers for her, right? So this problem is called monotonic write problem. Okay, now for the third problem. Okay, now the third problem, which is called consistent prefix reads. Okay, I don't know why the name is so difficult. Anyway, so what happens? So this happens mostly if there is partitioning. Okay. So what is partitioning? We can discuss later on, but basically what happens, like let's say all the names which is starting from A to Z, A to J, okay, will be stored in this database. All the names which is stored from K to Z will be stored in this database. Okay. And same for like writes and read. Okay. So when Akash wrote in a group chat that wanna grab lunch. Okay, it went to this database. Krati wrote for that. Sure, let's go for the lunch. Okay, she wrote the message in this database. Okay, then Mahesh came and he told, like, tell me all the messages that happened in this group. Okay, so this happened in time t1. This happened in time t2. Okay, and Mahesh is reading all the messages at time t3. So Mahesh is reading from this database. Okay, so he only received the message sure, because this replication is going to happen at time t4. Okay, so he never got to understand that this message was there. He will just think, why is she writing sure? Is she mad or something? Okay, so what can we do? So basically here we can see that this message is only written because this message was, like, this message is reply to this message, right? So if there is a causal dependency, okay, then write all the message in 1 db. If all the messages are written in 1 db, then if Mahesh had asked for this message, he would have got both messages and he would have joined the lunch. Okay, obviously now whatever I am telling here is not the answer. Okay, these are not the solution, these are kind of BS. Okay. In future videos, actually, we will learn more about like actually what happens in backend. But as of now, these are the problems which we face when we do replicas. And like I said, with great power comes great responsibilities, and we have to fix this. Okay. Thank you.